This week I've been working on a load of different things when it comes towards WorthIT, so that being said, let us begin. Coming in towards everything and having a look at Classic, you can see my lovely 43 mage 𝐆𝐀𝐿. Very original, if I do say so myself. However, when it comes towards WorthIT, the original WorthIT for Classic was a standalone add-on with all of the data for Classic. And as such, the general census of everything was, it's just a bog standard one, but it missed all of the features from the retail version because we put a hell of a lot of love and work into the retail version. So with a lot of brain ache from me and a lot of help from Callan, we have put together WorthIT into Classic and retail in the same add-on. That means no matter what happens, the WorthIT add-on will, in the future, for instance, will be able to support both Classic and also retail at the exact same time. It will know which game version you're on, whether that be Classic TBC, Classic Wrath, the anniversary, which I'm on right now, and retail as a whole. This will then, once clicked, will produce you with the actual WorthIT we have for retail. However, this one's for Classic, and it has all of the same things that you normally would, i.e. with the filters and all of the documentation and the search bar and everything into that effect. Now, some modules won't be in this. So for Classic, you don't have a transmog one because Classic doesn't support transmog as of yet. Mainly due in part that I haven't actually got any data for Wrath of the Lich King and also Cataclysm. But that's not the point. The point being that if you're playing on the anniversary event, you'll see all of the updated stuff. I just finished fixed in all of the different types of locations because location IDs vary depending on the game version. So I have to find those IDs, put them in for the right version of the game when it comes towards the data set which is being used. That being said, if you are on Classic Anniversary right now, I would highly recommend you go start farming up some Essence of Water because that's about 797 gold worth in the Eastern Plaguelands. Not too shabby if I do say so myself. However, sell rates will still be there, but you can just turn it off by clicking off the sell rate on this, and then WorthIT won't show the sell rate for Classic, because most of the sell rates are not actually supported on this, so it just makes sense to just turn it off if you need to. Regardless from that, I do have a couple of other things I need to go over on TBC. I need to double check the locations and also the items of note, so if any item IDs have changed with that version of the game, and then adapt the code for that. And as such, the add-on will be out as soon as I physically can. However, until then, it's the baseline versions, and then once this is ready, the old versions, so if you're like on CurseForge, you can see that WorthIT Hardcore, WorthIT Classic, and then the standard WorthIT. No, the WorthIT Hardcore and Classic will just be deleted off of CurseForge at that point, and you will just have your standalone WorthIT for both versions of the game. It's the same add-on for both. So that being said, that means that it will always have the same features no matter what. So you've got your flipping modules, you've got your own flips on here, you can use the tools to go into like your flip editor, add your own flips into everything, record your own farms. The recorder is exactly the same. It's the same stuff as retail, but given that love towards Classic. So I've got a load of work to do before this is actually game ready. However, I have just updated the beta version for the patrons because I've always promised that if there's a beta version of WorthIT, I would give it to them. So if you are a patron and you're watching, you've got access to this right now for Classic. So FYI, it is a beta version, so there is bugs, and I have found some, but it will work for you for valuing all of the different types of bits and bobs for Classic Anniversary if you are playing at this moment in time. For TBC, I'm not yet fully versed on what's actually working, what's actually broken, but you'll be able to get an update on that one relatively soon. Once it's all ready, it will go towards CurseForge as a live release for everyone, once it's actually working, for instance. Until then, if you aren't ready for all of that, then you can always just use the baseline versions, because it's the same data sets, but it's just not onto one add-on. So we're just basically merging the code to give those features we give in retail towards Classic. Other than that, that is pretty much everything I have to say for today. There is a few other different types of things that I'm working on when it comes towards content-wise, because, to be honest, there is a lot of things that have gone into my brain recently on what I want to do moving forward. This is more on the developer side of things, because I like development of building stuff, and as such, that's why I made WorthIT, because I like building stuff, and it's been a valuable resource for that. So other than that, guys, have an awesome one, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be soon.